Bear with me with the audio. If y'all hear this, it is record-breaking heats in Texas and it's real hot outside. As you go through life with ADHD and being neurodivergent, it can be hell mentally. And no matter how much you explain it to somebody that's never been through it, they will never get it. Because I feel that ADHD and being neurodivergent in general, that is not something that you can explain to somebody and they'll get it. This is one of the things where you have to go through it. You have to experience it firsthand, because you'll think that, oh, everybody goes through this. Oh, everybody deals with this. No, you don't have the brain that we have. You're not experiencing the same things in the way that we are experiencing them. You're not dealing with delayed processing. You're not dealing with executive dysfunction. You're not dealing with emotional dysregulation. You're not dealing with divided attention. You're not dealing with masking. You're not dealing with majority of these things that we are dealing with. So when somebody speaks about it, it's not an excuse. You get what I'm saying? In my personal experience, I've noticed my ADHD the most when it comes to consistency. And what I've learned is that when you have ADHD, your brain is not prioritizing long-term importance. It's not thinking about things long-term. It's thinking about, what am I interested in now? What do I care about now? So that's just where my brain is automatically. So it's hard for me to be consistent. And I've noticed that my whole life. Once you start learning about ADHD and being neurodivergent, bro, it changes your whole life. I learn stuff now and I look back like, that's why I did what I did. That's why I said what I said. That's why I was so hyper. That's why all of this was happening. And it wasn't that I couldn't follow instructions. It wasn't that I just didn't listen. It wasn't that I was dumb. It was the fact that I had ADHD and I was neurodivergent. And that didn't make me non-human, or that didn't make me lose my humanity. It just made me different. That's all it is. It just made me different. I had to be raised different. And I give my mom grace because she didn't know. It was a certain point in my life where she just didn't know that I had ADHD. She was just wondering, like, where is all this energy coming from? Why is he so hyper all the time? Why does he think the way that he does? And why does he do what he does? Why does he do things the way that he does? And then she found out I had ADHD. And then my mother didn't want to put me on medication because, according to her, or her words, I'm not going to quote them verbatim, but she was like, they was trying to put you on medication, do all this stuff, and she just gave me Benadryl, which it worked. It calmed me down. It calmed me down. But sometimes I'll be thinking, like, now that I'm older, like, I might need it. But at the same time, I don't want to be dependent on it. Because imagine I don't have it, now what? I'm so used to taking it that when I don't have it, I just can't function. And I don't want that to be the case. So that's part of the reason why I haven't gotten medication. But I'm kind of iffy on it. But it's a lot that comes with being neurodivergent. That's why I give grace and I give patience with other people that I see that have it. When when it comes to the people that I know, I'm probably the only person that has. I can't think of anybody in my. I don't even know why I said friend group, because I don't even have one. But I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head besides somebody in my family. And he probably. I don't know about him. His probably worn off because I don't know. But for me, like, I see the effects of it every day, bro. Every day. And one thing that I learned is like about the 30% rule. And this rule opened up a lot of things. Like, I was like, wow. And it basically is like your chronological age is not going to match your executive functioning age. What I mean by that is, take for example a 17-year-old, right? A regular 17-year-old is going to have the executive function of a 17-year-old. A 17-year-old with ADHD has the executive functioning of a 14-year-old. So you can't tell this 17-year-old to do what this 17-year-old is doing because they don't have the same executive functioning. So you have to raise this child based on, this teenager, based on their executive functioning age. You can't raise them on their chronological age, because you're going to wonder, why can't they do this? Why do they struggle with this? Why can't they seem to do this? Why can't they follow this? When they just told you why. You just don't want to follow the directions, and you can't treat your child like every other child because they're not like every other child. Hopefully this was informative to y'all. If y'all know anybody with ADHD or that's neurodivergent, send this video to them. Hopefully this can help provide some clarity. I didn't go into detail about everything. If you want me to, comment, like, share. I want y'all to do that, period, but comment, like, share. Let me know what else y'all want me to see, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.